Hi, Tushar. Thank you so much for joining my podcast with BPEC. And before we are jumping into the podcast, Tushar, I saw your profile and I'm pretty much impressed with your profile. There is a lot in your profile, and I thought of I can bring a lot to my audience, to my students from your experience. So I just want to know a bit about you, like an intro and all that, so that it would be a pleasure for other people as well to know more about you. Yeah.
Thank you, Rajeev, for having me on your podcast. And just like every other profile, the profile hides the downsides which I have faced in my life. But I guess that's the way life is. It goes up and it goes down.
Yeah.
So I am an engineer and MBA finance from University of Delhi.
Wow.
Did leadership studies from Harvard Business School. Um, I am invested in four companies. I'm an angel investor, and apart from that, I have also exited from one company at to a national player. And in my previous life, I've worked for corporates like private equity at Deloitte and Touche, also Times of India's venture arm called Brand Capital.
Mhm.
And I was heading treasury at the Russian telecom company MTS, where I raised 20,000 crores of debt for the company in 3 years. And
Wow.
then I was CFO with Distribution Logistics. That's a company owned by the global private equity fund Guggenheim Partners. Uh, in Consultancy Ventures, we started in 2016, and we have built a relationships with more than 1,000 investors. We guide investments into new age companies, a lot of technology companies. And just 3 4 months back, I was awarded as best startup supporter by Dr. Kiran Bedi at
Wow.
India First Tech Startup Conclave 2022. And I'm also a venture advisor with Loyal VC, which is a Canadian venture capital fund led by INSEAD alumni. We have invested in more than 200 investments in more
Wow.
than 46 countries. So this is about me. My expert opinion is often sought by business news channels like CNN News 18 and Venture Capital TV, Business World, and all that is available on the public domain at Google, YouTube, and pleasure to be on your podcast, Rajiv.
Very great, Tushar. It's a pleasure to host you here, and there is a lot in your profile. So, like you invested into a lot of areas, and you are a venture capitalist, and all this. Now, when we are getting into, before getting into a company, I want to start as a, for example, again, inside a company, we got all the team. So now, what is the kind of advice you give it to the team members, basically, like to the employees or to the professionals or whatever it is? So what exactly you expect from them in order to pick it?
See, the worst kind of crime you can do to yourself and to the company where you are working is not to be convinced about your role, that you are happy doing this kind of a role in your life as a focus area,
Mhm.
because that brings lack of confidence on your skills also. And it impacts everybody around you, and it brings down everybody around you. And the second thing which you can do wrong to yourself and the company is not to be aligned with the company's vision. I mean, why are you here in this company? That why you have to sort it out. And I was talking to my cousin who's in Google, and she was telling me that the first thing which Google looks while hiring is how true you are to yourself. If you are true to yourself, you will be true to others, you will be true to the team, you will be true to the company. So my advice to everyone is, first sort out your whys, the intention. Your intention should be to contribute, to learn both the things, and also not only gain from the environment but also contribute to the environment. And if
Okay.
you see something, if your intention is good, and you see, every company has politics, every company has some issues, there is no perfect company. So you should be there as a change agent, and positively impacting the lives of others and yourself.
Right.
It is beyond money. I mean, you can always leave a job, find another offer letter. but end of the day, whatever time you are spending in the company is one day at a time. So that one day today is the only thing you have in your life.
Yes,
Why make it painful?
true.
So this is my advice, and to young people, my advice is that you are just starting out. uh, think long term, and naturally you will be bothered because a lot of other people in the company, they are senior to you, so
Right.
naturally you will be bothered. But the thing is, I have seen Deloitte give out a front ended role to a guy who had 2 years of experience, and they gave him a role which was suited for 10 to 15 years of experience. Why?
Right.
Because they saw the potential in this person.
Yes.
So people are watching you, right? I mean, it is not only about HR or the boss. Everybody carries, they understand who you are. So that is my advice, Raji.
Wow. Wow. So, and one more thing, Tushar, like if you see everywhere, people are speaking about AI, ML, data science, data analytics, and it's more like skewed towards one side. So, and even like as an investor, what exactly you are saying, even if a company is like they want to invest on data science, or some people are saying, hey, we want to start a data science company. Hey, I want to go for a data science career. So, what is your talk, or what is your thoughts on this particular topics?
See, India is one of the leaders in technology, and our human resource in technology is well sought after because we are used to working in a multicultural, multilinguistic environment, and also our families support knowledge, that one should acquire knowledge. That's the way this whole culture is built. So, uh, agree that technology is in the forefront. Everything has to be digitized, and technology also keeps on changing. So a shelf life of technology is also short. So there is a lot on the mind of a tech guy, because he has to upskill himself, he has to cross skill himself. But having said that, I feel that we are a product of nature. We are not a product of the digital world. uh, we can't sit inside a metaverse and experience that beyond certain pleasures which are available through AR and VR. So, I'm sorry, I'm sounding contrarian. I'm invested in 4 technology companies. I believe in technology, and I believe that technology has done a lot of good not only in terms of GDP growth and this and that, but also in terms of our lives. Uh, but there are anything which is not in center with it, which is either in right or left. It needs to come back in center. So if we are spending 10 hours on a mobile phone, it is impacting our health, it is impacting our mental health, it is affecting our uh, the place where we live, our relationships. And so what I feel is that technology is here to stay. Investments will keep on coming into technology for the simple reason that it is very scalable, it is global, and it fastens up the processes, and that's the way all our value is being driven by companies. But
Right.
having said that, I'm also a contrarian in the sense that if there are companies who are uh, in digital detox space, and they are taking you towards nature, giving you a break, I would be the first one to invest in such a company.
Wow, very great. And what is the kind of advice you give it to the people who are planning to start a business or who are trying to get into the journey of coming up with their own company?
You must do it, but then, as I said earlier, you should be very clear about the why. I mean, I invested in a company. The guys were smitten by the unicorn valuations. So,
Okay.
your purpose should not be to raise investor money. I mean, your purpose should be solving fundamental problems of human beings by
Right.
the use of whatever is available and making it better for the other human beings. If your vision is that, and you are bringing out something which fundamentally affects other human beings. For example, I am a disbeliever in a 10-minute home delivery. I am a believer in 30 to 45 minutes home delivery. Uh, I am a believer in taxi hailing cab, through an app. Uh, but I am a disbeliever in uh, sending printouts to your home at very high cost.
Yes.
So what I feel is that the difference you are bringing to somebody's life should be fundamental for the company to become an Amazon, which
Yeah.
started out with the premise that everybody will want stuff at their houses, and be able to receive it at a very good speed at a cheapest price.
Yes.
So that kind of a change, if you are bringing to anybody, it will have strong legs to stand on. So my advice to uh, wannabe entrepreneurs is be very sure what you are creating, and money is out there. There is some blip. US is facing a recession, so there is some blip which is going on. But having said that, if you read the graphs and the charts, there is a lot of money sitting in the sidelines waiting to get invested. So, given the right team, given the right idea, uh, and given the right product, and if you understand the sector, if all these things come, together, there is no looking back.
Wow, very great. Yeah. So, and one more thing, like most of the people, like they are thinking their company need to be an unicorn. So, most of the people's dream is then, as you said, like it's not fundamentally solving the problems, but it's mostly about being another unicorn in India. So, like on setting that, so what are the kind of like few words which you want to share, or apart from the questions, like what exactly you want to share to the audience or to the people, like where we are releasing this podcast? It's purely an open thing, like you can share your thoughts.
So, I mean, learn from history, right? I mean, why Steve Jobs was the one who ended up creating the best uh, product, the best designed, the most efficient, bringing huge amounts of technology, uh, killing a lot of industries in the process, uh, you know, creating the entirely new set of product which killed Nokia, which killed the phone, the camera companies.
Right.
It is because this guy was passionate about, and he knew that money will follow, and he knew that if there is a demand for his product, and he's able to get the product out in people's hands, uh, and with a good quality and with something totally different, then money will follow. And so, I'll give you an example. Xerox research and development lab was very near to the place where Steve Jobs' office was, and it was very well known in the industry that Xerox Labs is doing the best and the most pioneering work in technology, especially computing.
Okay.
So he didn't have the money to offer to Xerox. So he told Xerox, we will be coming out with an IPO. Apple will be coming out with an IPO soon. And I don't have the money, but I'll give you pre-IPO shares worth $1 million. You just allow me to visit your lab for one day.
Okay.
So imagine, he had the vision to just see the products. I mean, so when he went there, for the first time, he saw a computer which had a kind of Windows. It was not invented by Microsoft, it was invented by Xerox. And there was a kind of a mouse to it. So till that time, people used to put in codes for running the computer. And when he saw that, he just fell off the chair. That yes, I mean, there's a mouse can be used with windows and clicking, and then you can, it's so simplified, and that's the way people can, a common person can use it. It's a fundamental change. And that's how he thought of the Macintosh. So he was passionate, right? I mean, and he didn't look back, he didn't think that, no, I don't have the money. He just found a way. I mean, so the thing is that hustling is a famous word in our field, startup field. So, I mean, you have to be very passionate. I mean, unicorns are born. For example, Udan is a unicorn, and people used to say that a company with 60 crore turnover, having a valuation of more than $1 billion, and these IIT guys, they had a strong belief that MSME market is stuck. It is very unorganized, and once they get used to our platform, they will start paying. So this is so they pulled it off. I mean, from 60 it went to 1,300 crores the turnover, and then it went to 5,900 crores. So the thing is that uh, so what I'm trying to say is that you should be convinced about something. If you are not convinced, you go out there, you attend events, you meet founders, you exchange visiting cards, more hustle. And the more hustle you do, you write your own blog on medium.com and put it on your social media. People will comment, somebody will tell you their perspective, and somewhere a window will open as to what you can do to create your own unicorn. But let me assure you, money is out there.
Yes, right. Wonderful, Tushar. It's a very it's a nice means like enlightenment to me as well. So you shared a lot of ideas and all this information. So I'm glad to have you here. So anything else? I think you can just let me. Thank you so much, and I'm very much pleased. Like I want to host some mentoring sessions, like a live mode of mentoring to our existing means like students or our base. In case if you're interested, we can just do
Yeah,
that.
sure. We can do
Yeah,
that anytime,
very
Rajiv.
exactly.
Happy to assist your students anytime. Let me know. We can fix it on the calendar and get going. And I'll just say to all the startups there that in case you are looking for funding or any such assistance, our company helps in that, and we create the documentation also. And you are welcome to check out my website consultancy.com with a K, and also check my LinkedIn. Happy to connect on LinkedIn. And thank you, Rajiv, for having me on your
And
podcast.
even everyone, I will be just giving you in the description with consultancy website and even the Tushar's LinkedIn profile as well. You can check it. He is like a very cool person, and he is like very pleased to help you out. Like he's very open, and he is the one will be monitoring everything. Like very pleasure to have you, Tushar.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much.
day. Thank
Have a
you.
good day. Bye bye.